Standing for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, built upon the shoulders of the Constitution, rule of law, and the animating principle that we are all created equal.
43 days. Y'all, that's not a rumor. That's not a blurry photo somebody's picking apart online. That is a fact confirmed by Kentucky's own governor this week. 43 days since Senator Mitch McConnell was hospitalized, and 43 days without a single vote cast on behalf of 4.5 million Kentuckians. Man, I've got my own version of that number. I've been calling that office for weeks now on veterans benefits, on public schools, on our farmers' real Hardin County business, and getting nothing back. Tonight, I'm not going to chase a health mystery. I'm going to chase the only mystery that actually matters to you and to me. Who exactly is representing Kentucky right now? Y'all, let's go.
Standing for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, built upon the shoulders of the Constitution, rule of law, and the animating principle that we are all created equal. I need to hear a hallelujah, though I'm not considered a believer by some. I still believe in the warmth of heaven come. I need the rapture I feel when my feet touch the green, green grass of home. Then I know I have reached the valley of kingdom come. And when I reach that valley, I need.
Y'all, welcome to the Hillbilly Think Tank with Spencer Keck. I am the educated hillbilly, and no, that is not an oxymoron. Don't call me a moron. There have been educated, erudite, and emancipated hillbillies in Kentucky ever since my kith and kin came through that Cumberland Gap with Daniel Boone and the Long Hunters on their quest for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and they found it and built it right here with their grit and determination. Y'all, we've got to pass on that grit and determination to our kids so that we don't lose all that they came for. Now, again, like I said, I'm Spencer Keck. I'm a retired Navy doc, combat veteran, public school teacher currently, and a candidate for magistrate in the Hardin County Fiscal Court, District 3, here in Hardin County, Kentucky. Now, segment 1. The governor's demand exactly as he made it. Monday, Governor Andy Beshear sent Senator McConnell a letter, and I want to read you his actual words because they're measured and they're fair, and they don't need a single word added by me. As governor of the state you serve, I am calling on you to directly and verbally address the people of Kentucky and provide proof of your capacity to serve or resign. That's it. Not a diagnosis, not a rumor. A request for a video or a phone call to a Kentucky radio station, Beshear's own suggestion, so the people of this Commonwealth can hear their senator's own voice. Here's the record Beshear was responding to. 43 days since hospitalization, 0 votes cast in that entire stretch. Congressional physicians confirming just the day before that McConnell is still not medically cleared to leave rehabilitation. 2 still photographs and some written statements, and that is the entirety of what Kentucky has been given in return for 6 weeks of silence. Beshear also sent a copy of this letter to Senate Majority Leader John Thune, asking for an actual investigation into McConnell's condition if the senator himself won't provide that proof. And McConnell's office, when asked to respond, declined to comment. I'll say what Beshear said because it's exactly right. All we're asking is just a little bit of proof. When you run for these jobs, you know you're giving some of that privacy up. Their words. Next segment. What I will not do tonight. Now, I know good and well what's swirling around the internet this week, and believe me, it's fascinated me also. A story about a photograph, a blouse, a family's friend's speculation about where it came from. I'm not going to spend more than 1 second of this show dignifying it, even though I loved looking at it. And here's exactly why. It is fashion-based guesswork from one man's social media post, not a fact, not a medical record, not anything that I can verify. And I've told you episode after episode that I don't traffic in rumors about any man's health. You can go find it on the internet yourself. That rule doesn't bend just because the rumor gets more colorful this week. But what do they expect? The longer you hold out and don't give your constituents the understanding of what's going on, then these rumors are going to keep on coming. So rumors are what grow in the dark. And of course, the cure for rumor, well, it's just never once been a louder rumor. The cure is the plain verified record I just gave you. And that record is damning enough all by itself with nothing invented. So, next segment. The votes Kentucky is missing. And Kentucky's been missing quite a few. Here's why 43 days of silence isn't just sad, it's costly in ways that you can measure. Remember, the August recess is coming up, and it's coming up fast. This week, the Senate confirmed Jay Clayton as the new Director of National Intelligence, the country's top spy chief, on a 51-47 vote, straight down party lines. Senator McConnell did not vote. Not yes, not no. Absent on one of the most consequential national security confirmations of the year. And right behind it sits the fight over Todd Blanche's nomination to be permanent Attorney General, the same nomination this show has covered for weeks. The forced meeting with Epstein survivors, the IRS settlement, the fund nobody will kill in writing. That vote is not settled. Senator Cornyn said publicly just days ago, there is no deal yet. If that vote comes to the floor while our senator remains in rehabilitation, Kentucky's seat goes silent on it too. On a nomination this consequential, decided in part by whether one man from Louisville can pick up a phone. Y'all, there's a country song about that, you know. There's phones everywhere. Call me. We know that we have not been represented here in Kentucky. We're becoming a laughingstock around the nation and even worldwide. I put up a little meme about it here because, man, I think that just really says it all. So we need leadership. Leadership can't take a nearly 45-day break without permission from the folks that put the leader there. This is a job that you're elected to. And it's just the same as if I didn't call in to my school for 45 days and I expect to go back and still have a teaching position at my school. This is absolutely ludicrous. It's a disservice to Kentucky, it's a disservice to the nation. And frankly, since he is a world leader, it's a disservice to the whole wide world right now. So, I've been calling this office, Mitch's office, about veterans benefits, about public school funding questions, about concerns that farmers have here over the rising cost of diesel, the rising cost of fertilizer, and what the tariffs are doing for that, what the war is doing for that. And it's just no answer from this man's office. So, as a candidate, I swear I would never do this to my constituents if you elect me. You have to get something back for a vote. And, there are things that cannot wait right now that are being voted on. He should have been voting on this last confirmation for the spy chief. That spy chief was highly unqualified. I talked about it here before. So the August recess is about to come up and he hasn't voted once. Y'all, the line. Now, we'll give a little fair is fair here, although for the most part now, everybody knows, right, what's going on. But the honest hearing, because I owe it even here on this segment. Senator McConnell has served this Commonwealth for 4 decades, the longest serving party leader in the entire history of the United States Senate. A serious health crisis at 84 years old, yeah, it deserves real compassion, but recovering from one takes exactly as long as it takes. His office says that he's undergoing intense physical therapy. All right, so I know that is genuinely hard, painful work. There's also a real argument that even a public, figure could retain some privacy around the specifications of his own body and his own recovery, but still, he needs to come out and put a request in for this time off. State what's going on. I'm not going to dismiss it lightly, but I'm also not going to give him more leeway than I would give someone in any public service capacity I've served in. I did long period of time in the military, a whole career. I retired from it. We had to ask for time off. It's that simple. We were serving the nation also. So here's my answer. It's the same one that Beshear gave. Privacy and proof of capacity are not the same request. Nobody is demanding McConnell's medical chart. The ask is smaller and it's more basic than that. A phone call, a short video, one verified sentence in his own voice, confirming he can still do the job. That is not an invasion of privacy. That is the floor beneath the job itself. You cannot claim the privilege of representing 4.5 million people while declining the one obligation that makes the whole arrangement legitimate. Letting them hear, us hear, that you're still able to do your job. So let's bring it home to Hardin County. Y'all, bring it right back here to Hardin County, because the standard underneath tonight's whole show is the one I'd ask to be held to myself on day one. If I'm elected to that fiscal court seat and something ever gets kept, from you guys because I'm not doing the job, well, I promise that won't happen. If something ever kept me from doing the job, genuinely kept me from it, I owe this county the same thing Beshear is asking for tonight. My own voice telling you the truth about whether I can still serve before you ever have to ask twice. Beshear said it plainly, and I'll close on his words because they're the whole point. That's the deal, and we all know it when we run. Beshear's words. Representation isn't a title you get to hold quietly from a hospital bed for 6 weeks running. It's a promise you renew out loud every single day. You're still able to keep it. Kentucky deserves to hear that voice. I hope sincerely that it's a voice telling us good news. But Kentucky deserves to hear it either way. We all deserve to know exactly what's going on and not have this whole Weekend at Bernie's episode drawn out. It's been long enough. Give us the real facts. Give us the real proof. Are you fit to serve? That's all we are asking for in all honesty. All right. So, y'all, I'm Spencer Keck, the educated hillbilly, and this has been the Hillbilly Think Tank. Come to a fiscal court meeting. Bring your hardest question. Whether I earn your vote or not, together we will get an answer. I will see you there. Keep thinking deeply. And remember, in Kentucky, united we stand and divided we fall. Those aren't just words on a flag. They're the glue that hold us together. Because if we love our neighbors as ourselves and recognize that, yes, we are our brother's keeper and our sister's keeper, then we cannot be divided and we will not fall. Remember, everyone deployed, because they are in the hot zone right now. And bless your corazón. That is Spanish for heart. This has been paid for by Spencer Keck. Learn more at spencerkeckmagistrate.com.
Standing for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, built upon the shoulders of the Constitution, rule of law, and the animating principle that we are all created equal. I need to hear a hallelujah. Though I'm not considered a believer by some, I still believe in the warmth of heaven come. I need the rapture I feel when my feet touch the green, green grass of home. Then I know I have reached the valley of kingdom come. And when I reach that valley, I need to see you there. Because we don't need a kingdom, we only need freedom. And we don't seek a king, we seek the brotherhood of man. And we won't fight for bondage, as we need no king or woman. We will stand undivided, because we will raise the fallen. Now I need to hear a hallelujah as we tear down the divide between heaven and earth. As tears turn to mirth as we walk through the valley of death. And I draw my last breath. I know rapture I feel when I touch the green, green grass of home. Then I know I have reached the hollow where my ancestors roam.
these beans plants are shipped across country in refrigerated trucks. And third, they take long and cooked than modern bush beans. In the 50s and 60s, convenience became king, and TV didn't. Soaking overnight got made old-fashioned means it actually works. Your great-grandfather didn't grow scallop runners because they were tender. He grew them because when the bank foreclosed on farms across the